Welcome to Pop Culture Minefield Saturday Morning Fun Time. This is Zax telling you to get those breakfast bowls ready because away we go.
Got my cereal bowl.
I absolutely love that opening. That is, as much as I love anime, I love those old Hanna-Barbera, 50s, 60s cartoons. I love them.
Heck yeah. And it was so well drawn. I mean, it harkens back to Fleischer's Superman, which
Yes.
Steven Seagal was showing all the Superman cartoons that are now in the public domain. And
Yes.
so I watched, I think about 45 minutes of it, and then I had to prepare for the show. So I had to leave. And right now, there's another show from some friends of ours. Let's check on them, see how they're doing. Let's see. Share screen. Hi, PJ. Here we go.
All right. Thank you all for being in the chat with us this morning. We're going to be talking about the latest episode of Star Trek Picard.
Oh, no.
Fields for Star Trek Strange New Worlds.
So
And anything else we feel like
we're a
talking
show
about.
watching
Real
a
quick, before
show.
we get started, we had a little bit of an issue.
Well, let's see.
with our
Who was
Halo
this?
week. So, we killed ourselves. to
This
get
is
the review out on Wednesday
This is Salty Nerd.
to meet our
it's Salty Nerd. Okay.
release
Yeah.
schedule.
That's my
And
good
within
buddy Matt
8
Vader,
hours,
and there's Dork
CBS
Knightley on the right.
Blocked it in
And of
all
course, we know Matt
territories and
Kadish
put a copyright
and,
claim on it.
Oh, yes.
Basically said no.
My
you
brain
can't
still isn't fully
and then of course
functioning.
Alex.
6-second clip.
I'm just gonna.
The show.
I'll drop out now. I just wanted to drop in because for some reason we all do a show this morning at the same time. Let's see.
Oh, yes.
Let's get back to our chat. We've got Aaron Blackpill 5 Ratliff. What's up, man? Monkey Jeebus is here. Hail to the Monkey Jeebus. Hail to the Monkey Jeebus. To the Monkey Jeebus. To the Monkey Jeebus. Hail. Oh, Christ almighty. I woke up. I swear to God, people go, oh, you don't look like you're almost 60. I woke up this morning hurting worse than when I went to bed. I'm like, that's a true sign of getting old.
Yep. Yeah,
But,
I can attest to that, and I'm not too well. Let's see. You've got about 18 years on me, but I definitely feel your pain there. I feel it.
Yeah, it's oh man, this sucks. But I like doing this show. I thoroughly enjoy getting on here and talking to people and reading the chat. And I wish there's a way I could share the chat in the show. I haven't figured out how to do that yet, but I will. I can share each comment, but I want to share the chat, have the chat show up.
Okay.
I don't know how to do that. And I want to find out so I can, make sure that the chat is always viewable to the audience, even after the show. Because my problem with the chat isn't the chat itself, but YouTube, which stops showing the chat after a day.
Yeah, that is
And
true. And actually,
that's sort of, that really kind of ticks me off.
There is a way to pop out the chat from a separate window, and then you can tell it to share that screen and then have it on the right side or something similar.
Okay, stop talking your science fiction shit there, Brandon.
What do you mean talking about science fiction shit
crazy.
there?
It's crazy.
My science fiction shit is good shit, man.
You're crazy.
Hey, Keith.
Hey, Keith Areno.
Are we talking science fiction or sci-fi?
I don't differentiate. I do not.
That's unfortunate because there is a difference.
No, hardcore science fiction. I call it all sci-fi. Ever since our Lord and Savior Forey Ackerman coined it, I adopted it for all science fiction. But
not a lot of people know about Forrest J. Ackerman, unfortunately, and how much he changed really everything that everybody that is a science fiction fan, a geek or a nerd right now owe him a debt, because he basically pioneered everything that we geeks and nerds in our individual lives are doing. You know how everybody has their rooms filled with all the toys and mementos? He did it first. Did it for a long time. Cosplay. His girlfriend created
Simpsons
cosplay along with him.
Simpsons
He did it first. 1939.
I'm coining the line from South Park, because every time Butters' villainous character, I forget his name, Captain Chaos, was that it?
Captain Chaos.
Every time he would have a plan, his little minion would go, Simpsons did it. Simpsons did it. So now it's just Forey did it. Forey did it.
And unfortunately for a lot of people out there, they have no idea who he was, what he did. The fact that he was also named in a story that came out about 2 weeks ago because he tried to jump in on early to do an early version of the Lord of the Rings. He got to Tolkien and tried to get a movie made not too long after the books were first printed. So Forrest J. Ackerman was the guy on the cutting edge, besides being the guy that created the magazine that helped an entire generation of filmmakers.
Famous Monsters of Movie
Famous
Land.
Monsters. If you've never read it, if you really need to know, as soon as this show is done, go and Google or Wikipedia that and find out. And look at the list of people who were fans of that have all gone on to have successful careers in Hollywood and have won numerous Academy Awards. This dude did it. So, Forrest J. Ackerman, much respect and love. Got the chance to meet the man one time.
Wow.
I got to meet him virtually, and he ended up with one of my paintings, and I'm trying to find it right now.
See, that's the cool thing.
And I was
what
so
happened to
pissed
him-
when his son
turned
off his website, because Forrest had a special thank you to Robert England and to me on one of his blog posts on his website.
You know, his home should have been automatically
A shrine.
a mecca for anyone that is currently a fan of anything in the fantastic that even Hollywood is doing now. His home should have been a shrine, because he was the first one that figured out that, hey, all these props and stuff they make in Hollywood for their movies, up until a certain point, whatever you saw in a movie got destroyed after the movie was over. So he started collecting all that stuff. He would go to various studios, and back then they didn't put any price tag on a lot of that stuff, so they let him have it. So he had stuff dating back all the way to the original King Kong.
Holy cow.
You name it, he probably had it. So that's the reason why, when you look at someone like Guillermo del Toro's house, everybody keeps talking about all this stuff.
I know.
Guillermo del Toro modeled the way he has his house on Forrest J. Ackerman.
Before. That's right. You and I talked about this a few weeks back.
Yeah.
It's beautiful how he did that. And in fact, he outdid Forey's.
Mm-hmm. He did.
He gives his house that a more Victorian style look. So therefore, it has a more stylish feel to it than Forey's, because Forey just had your standard California.
Yeah, he just had it. He brought it into his house and he just set it down somewhere. And so you could be walking through his house and pass within, an inch or two of stuff like the original Dracula costume.
My favorite was he had the rocket ship XM.
He had the time machine from George Powell's Time Machine.
He also had the cyborg from Metropolis.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that should have been a shrine. That really should have.
Yes. once he passed away, all the vultures came, divided up all that
And
stuff, and knocked down the house.
One of those vultures. I'm really disturbed at what he did by shutting down Forey's website. Forey made that website,
Mm-hmm.
and he just tore it down like it was nothing. Took it down. I don't want to pay for that anymore.
He was
it's not like having a website's expensive.
The best way to think of Forrest J. Ackerman.
That's the painting that he ended up with of mine.
Oh, jeez.
Pretty. That is awesome. I love the original Frankenstein. Boris Karloff was just the man. What more can I say about him?
Yeah, I only have digital copies of that. The original artwork was in the possession of Forrest Ackerman,
which means it's in somebody's home.
Yeah,
could be in James Cameron's home, because Cameron was one of the fans. Work
for the other magazine after he lost the rights to Famous Monsters of Movie Land. He and I had talked, and I was going to do some artwork for this other magazine, but come to find out, the guy that took over that magazine, scumbag. I'm not going to say the name of the magazine or the guy.
Yeah,
fucking scumbag. He's a fucking criminal, and he stole so much money from Forrest Ackerman.
I will say this. This is one final lesson from Forrest, because what he has gone through in his post-life, post-being alive time, shows us what we're going through right now. It is important to have fans. It is important to have people that understand the legacy and history of comics, of science fiction and fantasy literature, and are literate to be able and smart enough to be able to help translate that into other media, whether you're talking films, television, whatever. Because the moment you don't, the crap that we're seeing now from Amazon, from Netflix, thank you, Ted Biaselli, and other places, that's what you get, especially with Star Trek. That's the Star Trek and Star Wars right now are the ultimate cautionary tales.
Yes.
So, again, if you don't know who Forrest J. Ackerman was, Uncle Forey, you need to learn. You really do need to learn, because a lot of the stuff, I'm guessing a lot of you out there have done or are doing, he did it first.
Forey did it. So let's get back to the chat real quick here. Gap is here. What is up? Our good friend in Scotland, the 70s rock fan, is here. If it's not Scottish, it's crap. By the way, I need to have him on. I'm going to invite him on with us here. I'm going to put the link in the chat for 70s. In fact, if anybody wants to join us, go right ahead. Here's the invite to join us on the show. I'm not going to allow any derailment. Yesterday's show was very frustrating for me, our TGI show, because it got completely out of hand. I lost control of the show. And even though I'm not going to take it down, I was tempted to take it down. I'm going to leave it up, but I've set some standards and rules down of don't be drunk or high on the show, and don't talk over people. You know, it's a simple rule to follow. But let's see. 70s rock fan, please. Yeah, hop in here, dude. Pat, you're welcome on here. And Deleted, if you've got time, because I know you got to go to work today. If you get a chance, Deleted, jump on. What do you got there, Keith?
Pat wants to know what my t-shirt says. It's actually an advertisement for a local event called GAME, G-A-M-E, Gaming Arts and Media Expo.
The con that you and I go to, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the
one.
Well,
the guy that runs the con is one of the best graphic guys outside of my good friend Gary, and he creates a lot of their stuff. Go to their website, tell them we sent you. You can get a lot of their old T-shirts and stuff. They do a lot of amazing work.
Are you talking about Chris?
Yep.
Yeah.
That is cool looking. That is cool.
I love both of them. Chris and Scott are wonderful. Good freaking people, man.
Oh, geez, they are great people. They know how to have fun.
I loved it when they made me artist, what did it say? Honorable artist or the guest artist of the month or whatever they did that year. And that was when I had that run-in with that British idiot that lives in Springfield that was just talking shit to me. And I said, I know where you live. You've been in my house. You called me a cunt, and I will bitch slap the shit out of you. And but I wasn't mad at him. I thought it was fucking stupid. But it is. So he shows up at game, and I'm sitting there front and center, right behind Chris and Scott.
Yeah,
as the guest artist, right in the middle. The final supper. The final dinner, final brunch. So all our fellow friends that are artists were around me, and and I'm like, that's him, that's the guy, and he's standing outside the door, getting ready to come in, smoking a cigarette with his dirty, filthy dreadlock hair, smoking, flips the cigarette, turns, and he sees me, locks eyes with me, and I'm like this. I really did. I was like this. Come on in. And he stops. And he sees all my friends piled behind me, also all looking at him. We're like, dude, come in. Oh, this is going to be awesome. And I wasn't going to beat his ass or anything. That's what he thought. I was just going to mock him mercilessly. And then I felt bad because he left. And he never came back. He's never been to a game because I'm almost always at game. And it really bugs me that, I ruined it for him. Ruined it, Brad. Ruined. But, I'm like, don't fucking call somebody a cunt unless you're prepared to get slapped, or the shit knocked out of you. But I felt really bad because, that was a favorite thing that he went to. And because I'm there, he won't go. Oh, yeah. Hold on a second. Let's get caught up here. Socks is here with some socks.
Hey, Socks.
Pacific 414 is here. Hail to you, motherfucker. Monkey Jeebus, of course. All hail to Monkey Jeebus. Chow is here. We know 70s is here. We avoided you on set. We invited you, dude. Get on the show. Magitech Mags is here. What's up? Good morning. Purple, are you coming on? It's in the chat. I'll post it again. Join the fucking show.
Oh, yeah. I think she'll come on here in a bit. And actually, just real quick,
Hi,
Brightest
PJO.
Day. Ayo. Brightest Day is almost to his 4,000. So,
wow.
Nice. Our good friend Mark D with a C.
Yes. Hello, Mark
Love
D.
that guy. Mark, you can come on if you want to. Let's see. Who else is here? Of course, Pat Smith. Pat is here.
Hey, Wolfen. I saw you come in.
Glenn Fleming is here. What is up, Glenn? Hello, Purple. Now, Purple was there. I want somebody show to come on here because of that story I did the other day that cracked up Cameron Pasha of the Scottish bathroom. Because I want to get his spin on what happened to me. Das Wolfen, I have had days like that. Well, thanks, Das Wolfen, and you're here in the room with us. So thanks again, Das Wolfen. Now, Das Wolfen, again, I'm going to point out, is an actual personal friend of Keith's and mine. We've hung out with him. We've been to shows with him. So
good people.
He's okay.
Yeah, he's just okay. No, he's not. He's okay. There you go. Speaking
Pop culture mind for a G. You should ask your producer on how to do it. I will if I could get you on the phone, motherfucker. If only.
It's Mexican Iron Man, everybody.
Mexican Iron Man. Everybody. I mean, I just had a talk with so many people behind the scenes that you work with, Mike, and you have no idea how much we love you. You really don't.
You are one of the most loved people.
Either. No.
Gosh, I mean, you've got fans worldwide. If everybody that was a fan of yours were to give you $5, I don't think you'd be doing this anymore.
Don't that. Don't that. I think you meant don't do that. Good. I can see all the chat live. Amen. You're on the show. You can actually say it to him now, Das Wolfen.
Yeah, well, that was well before I snuck on here.
All right, I'll forgive you this one time.
Hello, PJO.
Everybody's on here. I'm trying to just speed through these fucking things. Good God.
Roll Tide.
Good God. Good God. Jump back, hit myself. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Keith with the provocative question right out of the gate. Yep. Look, we are known provocateurs, Keith and I.
I'm the bad guy.
We often, whatever. I'm the dick in this relationship. I am absolutely a jackass. People have doubts about it, and then they find out and they go, "Yeah, don't fuck with him. He really is."
That's our next show. It's gonna be called Dick and Jack.
Dick and Jack.
Is it Dick in Jack or Jack in Dick, or is it Dicking Jacking?
It could be any of those. I will tell you. I told the story the other night. I interrupted a class when I was in the 8th grade, and I was like, it was after a test, and I was just sitting there reading because I always finish tests early. And I'm reading, and I went, "Two big dicks." And the teacher and all the students looked up, and you heard some snickering. And the teacher looked at me, and she says, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" I said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just reading this article about Dick Burton and Dick Nixon. Two big dicks." It's a great article, The Two Big Dicks. I got thrown out of class. One of the many times I was thrown out of class. It got so bad. This is true. I had several teachers go to the administration to have me psychologically evaluated because they thought there was something seriously fucking wrong with me.
Can't imagine why.
And well, come to find out, they got the guiltiest tongue lashing from the psychologist they hired, Dr. David Floor, who evaluated me, and he just went back. Just, do you understand what's going on in this kid's life? He has to work a full-time job and take care of his dad, who's physically disabled. Yeah, he's just letting off steam. Let it go. Stop judging.
That is the ultimate get out of trouble note that could have been used for decades.
Yeah, and what's so funny, and because I know some of my friends from high school drop in and watch the show, I was like friends with the most diverse group of friends. Everybody liked me, and I don't know why. Because I thought nobody liked me. But as an adult, I found out later, years later, by these, "Oh, we loved you. You're funny as hell." But all the rich kids, what do they call them? Preppies.
Preppies, stoners.
Now, I knew the geeks liked me because I was friends. Jim Woodward, producer on our show.
Yeah.
Jocks.
And then, of course, the jocks. I played football, baseball. I kind of played track. And I was an all-state athlete when it came to
losers,
baseball.
Dweebs, dealers.
My God, yeah, that's what caused me to quit school was my friendship with Mike Roby and John Sweeten, two of the pot dealers in school, and as well as, of course, I was good friends with Stump, who's I'm still friends with. Thank God he had a stroke and he's still alive. God bless him. These are all the big pot dealers, and I was friends with them, but I didn't do drugs. I was clean cut, and just everybody liked me. And
so
the high
so that's
guys
a pitch for your
me.
own show called Everybody Likes Gary.
No. I thought they hated me. I really did.
I know.
People didn't like me. And come to find out, it was like, no, you were fun. And you made us laugh, and you made a lot of hard times a little bit better. Oh, it's a reminder for me to wake up, Keith. Hey, Keith, wake up. You people think I'm joking.
No, I'm pretty sure that that's exactly what it was for. Keith, wake up!
My favorite one I did about 2 weeks back. I went, "Hey Keith, hey man, you remember we got a show today?" What? Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll be right there.
Turns out there's real time and Keith time.
There's Keith time.
Well, I mean, again, I only have 2 more years of this, and then I can be like everybody else.
That's right. You retire. And hopefully the college gives a good retirement package plan. I mean, they make enough money. Jesus. Hand over fist. Let's see. Who else is it? Oh, Brandon became a member today. Thank you, Brandon.
Yep.
I got to tell you something really odd. And Mexican Iron Man, I'm going to need your help with this. We got payment in January. We got a payment in February. But for March going into April and go already into April, 0, 0, 0. And I know that there are memberships as well as we've had a lot of super chats and stickers. And I think there's something funky going on at YouTube. And a friend of ours, I'm not going to say who, is having some serious problem right now with YouTube. But anyway, Brandon, thanks, buddy. I appreciate it, man.
You bet. Got to be able to drop those emojis. Got to drop the emojis.
Let's see. Yep, 70s rock fan. Are you going to get on the show? You son of a bitch.
I'm in. Oh, sorry.
No, this one is for the 70s show. Where's it at? I gotta play this one. Here it is.
Dylan, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. Anyway.
I think he said something about him and his wife have to go out.
Oh, is that what it is? Yeah,
it doesn't get much more macho than that scene right there. It's too bad. It's too bad that as one of them has gotten older, that the level of tea has dropped off immensely with him.
Oh yeah. I got to tell you, I'm a big fan of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Okay.
Yeah.
Big
Same
fan.
Here.
But yeah, it sucks to see him, even though he works out regularly. He's just he's going through the Buster Crab period. When you remember that Keith, when we were kids, and that expose photos came out of Buster Crabs, at his I don't know if he lived in a community or what, but they had a pool, and he's standing on a diving board, and his tits were hanging, and I thought, I hope somebody does that to you, photographer. What a shitty thing to do. People that just love to destroy people through photo.
Buster Crabbe was one of those Hollywood actors who didn't really start out as an actor. Started out as an athlete.
That's right. He was an athlete.
And an Olympic athlete.
Level. That's right.
And
I love it when you and I say things together at the same time. It shows just how smart we both are. And by the way, Jinx, you owe me a Coke, motherfucker.
I wasn't even going to interrupt you. Nice one. Well played. Well played. But
continue.
It was not good to see someone who had portrayed so many characters. Flash Gordon, Buck Rogers. He even had his own Saturday morning show. And the dude I remember seeing that picture. I actually saw that picture in
I'm going to share a picture of him right now.
I saw it in the Star, back when the Star had less outrageous stories.
Was there a time?
They were still talking aliens.
No, there was a time when we were kids. Because I tell this story all the time. When I had my first money of my own, I went. It was 1972, and we stopped off at a convenience store moving to Florida, and at the convenience store there was a Star magazine with Bruce Lee on the cover, telling what really killed Bruce Lee, and then there was the Bernie Wrightson cover for the Batman Swamp Thing crossover. And I was really torn. But I got that damn comic book. But the Star used to have semi-legitimate stories. It was the Globe that's always been garbage. National Enquirer that was always garbage. The Star was your typical tabloid magazine. It had, a lot of interviews and exposés on actors and stuff like that.
Walking
But
Dead.
here he is. That's Buster Crabbe on the Olympic team.
Wow.
Before he played Flash Gordon, Buck Rogers, and Tarzan.
Yes, he did play Tarzan.
I felt in many ways he was a better Tarzan than Johnny Weissmuller, but I really hold those Johnny Weissmuller Tarzan films close to my heart because that's what I grew up with. Now, back to the chat. We got Brett Cohen. G'day, mate. Down in, I'm not going to say it. I'm going to say Australia because I respect you. Keely Chow, of course, is here. me get this. Do we got any questions? There's 22 watching compared to y'all at 110. I'm really shocked. How many we have? We got a lot.
It says above 200 right now. So, yeah, slap that like button. Oh wait, we can't slap anything anymore. Gently, nicely stroke that like button.
Slap it. Slap the mess out of that button. Slap it. Slap it like you
the
know.
shit out of it. Show it who's boss.
There you go.
Yeah, last night, Danny tells people, like 100 some people are here, and you're not clicking the like button. Just leave. And I'm like, no, don't leave. Shut up, Dan.
Hit that like button like it's Chris Rock.
Oh, yes.
Sorry, too soon.
It's
All right. Here's a question that I have regarding supposedly Will Smith voluntarily leaving the Academy. I don't know.
I think it's also one of the ways he can avoid having to give up his Oscar.
That is.
Yeah, he falls on his sword and they let him keep it.
It's really what I think is going on here.
this.
It was a trade. Either give back the Oscar or leave the Academy. And he's not the only actor who's done that, that's left the Academy. I got to be honest with you. I don't really think much of the Academy. So it's like, really, it's no loss. All the Oscars is it's a circle jerk for Hollywood elitists. And on top of that, it is simply a means to demanding more money for your next project. If you win, you get to name a better price. And that's a fact. And so once it really kind of became that in the 2000s, I lost interest in watching it. And I did. I stopped watching it in 05, I think, 06.
Yeah, the last one I remember seeing was the year that Return of the King won. After that, I could, two shits. Don't care. Just don't care.
I didn't give two shits. I gave one. No, two. Aaron says, I miss the days when you could pay a mobster to break a sleazy prick's knees for cheap. What the fuck? Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm a guy who witnessed Sicilians pistol whip a guy in an alleyway. I walked out and did a perfect Mr. Bean. I was like, whoa. I went right back into the restaurant. I didn't, Sergeant Schultz, I see nothing. I know nothing. That was crazy. I'm like, what the fuck? Let's see. No real questions I've running into yet. Stream elements.
Well, I mean, look, I could go on forever about all the various Saturday morning shows that have been done over the decades. Trust me, some of those early kid shows are amazing. Looks like it's unofficial Buster Crab Day on the show.
Woo!
I'm fine with that.
70s Rock Fan will be going for an hour and a half to 2 hours tops. I'm not going to do like we did a few weeks back where we went like 5 hours. I can't do that. I got things to do.
Yeah.
I got people to do, things to see.
I'm kind of glad I went like 5 hours, man. I can do another 5 hours. I'm proud of that.
Well, ever since I had the catheter attached, I don't have to leave the chair. It's not true.
Hey, Gary.
Yes, Pat.
I just wanted to pop. Excuse me, everybody. I just wanted to pop on real quick and do a quick thank you because I know a lot of the people in your chat and on your panel have helped with this. I found out this morning that Rambling Canuck's little Give Send Go has reached its goal, and
That's
you
fantastic.
and your
we've
people
had on
and
every show.
a lot of
below.
our friends in YouTube and Valhalla, and of course Mary over at Mary's Game Room and the Alabama crowd and all had a tremendous Orville Nation, and his raffle he's doing had a lot to do with that. I am going to actually go out and DM Loki and Mary now and find out if I don't know a lot about that platform. I don't know if you give over, if it accepts it, or Canuck gets at. So I will find that out. But I wanted to thank you because not only did you put it up and highlight it last month, I noticed it's still up this month, and
yeah, I've
I
never
really
taken
do
it down.
appreciate it. So
I
I'm
put
going to
it in
go
every show.
Yeah, you do, buddy. You really, and that's why I wanted to thank you and Keith especially for that. And I know a lot of the people in the panel have helped with that. And Canuck's a nice, humble, honest guy, and he's not going to get a chance to tell everybody thank you, I'm sure, but I know it means a lot to him because it has to do with his kid. And it's one thing to do for you, or but for somebody helping out your kid, people appreciate that, and I know he does too. So if you don't get a chance to see Canuck, though, you should check him out. His History Channel's awesome, and Gary remembers how much Canuck helped behind the scenes with the Band of Brothers stuff. I mean, Canuck was there constantly feeding us information and was ready to go. He came on a show one time after doing his treatment and everything. He's a warhorse, man. I don't know what else to say other than if you gave or if you prayed for him, if you shared it, you did it for a really great guy. He's a humble cat and a good person. But I'm going to go do some quick research, Gary. I'm going to post it in the chat and let you guys know any updates on that and everything. But I did want to thank you and Keith and just everybody out there in the YouTube community that knows us and helped out. And like I said, and anything you did, and keep him in your prayers, guys, even if we can't give him any more money, because he can always use that too. All right?
Yeah, man.
Thanks, gang. Appreciate it sincerely.
You bet, buddy. All right, so let's quickly check in on the drama going on over on the Salty Nerd.
Wait, they've got drama going?
We'll find out.
Fine, but I don't look like my dad. My dad doesn't look like his dad. His dad doesn't look like
that cat looks dramatic behind that.
I mean, because they all look exactly.
I don't know that kind of stuff just kind of gets to me. And look, I get it. It's Spiner's going to play us soon.
Matthew
It's going to play every soon it's ever going to be in Star Trek until he dies.
Looking around,
and that's fine. I'm not going.
Oh, that's right. They're talking Picard.
You know what? and on that note, what they could do, and this would be an interesting Star Trek retcon. What if all the Soons are clones?
Oh
no! Oh God! No!
That's a better idea and better writing than what they've had up to this point.
That's true, but still, no.
Now I'm going to point out something. Robert Meyer Burnett. Did you see what I shared with you earlier, or told you, Keith?
I haven't seen that part of it. No.
Let me go find it real quick. Robert Meyer Net.
I still haven't been able to bring myself to start the new season for Picard.
Why?
Well, you're not missing anything.
Yeah, I mean, why would you want to? Why would you want to subject yourself to that?
Because I hate watch it.
Well, I can't even bring myself to hate watch it.
Let's put it this way. I watched the first season, and it was it's as bad as everyone says it is. I was doing like what you're doing. I watched the first episode of Picard, then I watched the second episode of Picard, and then I said, "Oh hell no, I ain't doing this anymore. Nope," and it's gone. I refuse to watch that. And what's worse, I've been going through all of the Next Generation. There's a lot of it now that I can't watch anymore. I can't stomach it. It's maybe I had a little too much nostalgia for that show, but since I've gone through it and trying to be a little more critical and a little more analytical about it, I just can't. Especially, I'm into the 6th season, and the 6th season, it's got some good ones, but man, when it had good ones, it had really good ones. When it had bad ones, it was really bad.
All right, here is what Robert Meyer Burnett posted. Let me drop Zach's comment down. Now, it was April 1st, so I assumed it was a fucking April Fool's joke.
Yes, I did.
But
as
he
well
has
when I
not
saw it.
confessed that it was, but instead replied, honestly, I'm really not sure how to feel about it. There's a lot of healing that has to be done. I don't know if I could really take such a position, But how could I not? A true dream job, and I could, as Kirk said, in generations, make a difference to the franchise.
No. In the words of no. In the words of Cyborg from Real Justice League. Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. It's a trap. It
All
is
I
a
know
trap
is
to silence you.
If this is real,
even if it's real, look, it's kind of
an
like
April Fool's joke, and he does not say anywhere in here that it is. Like the next day, April Fool's. It's just, I'm blown away by this fucking message. I really am.
Wow.
I'm not.
I am. And I'll tell you why, because I get what you're saying. But they will not be able to shut him up.
No, they wouldn't.
They would not.
But maybe that's what they need. They do truly need somebody like him, somebody that knows the material, has respect for it, and is willing to flush all the complete and utter bullshit down the toilet.
I hear.
Yeah, you know, there's no place for that in today's modern
that's
Star
true.
Trek.
That's too pie in the sky. Yeah,
I don't need
You
that
know-
sort of thing.
you remember the whole Robin Hood scene in Time Bandits? That to me, where Robin was handing out all of the stolen material to the people, and as he would hand someone something, there'd be a merry man on the other side looking meanly and would knock that person out. That's how I should be with Robert Meyer Burnett. He should be the guy that's thinking, and I should just stand there and knock everybody in the head from Secret Hideout. I mean, these are bad people.
Yes.
Hex Allen Comics. Welcome.
I think we've already established that this is all completely different from anything. And anyone that still tries to argue that this is actually the way it should be needs to take a good long look at the crew of the Enterprise for Strange New Worlds.
You know, Aaron, you brought something up, and I want to talk about this later, which is the people who have made serious mistakes, filmmaker, producers, etc. And
remember, Aaron, that's only the names that have been revealed, not the names of actual people that are doing a lot of stuff. I'm telling you, that list of predators in Hollywood goes beyond even what you're hearing from a lot of people that like to talk about this behind the scenes. If you have are people that you do not agree with politically, you are missing a good chunk of the list.
Amen. Here's my thing. I watched this movie last night. Not impressed, but it had some moments, but I wasn't impressed. It was okay film. It was okay. There was no mystery. They tried to make it like there was a mystery, and then they didn't. And then they forgot that there was supposed to be a mystery, and then didn't do it correctly. So they decided, well, fuck it, let's just let go of the mystery. Which is, you know, if you're going to frame one character, you need to frame that character with the audience too.
Yeah.
And they completely fudged that. You cannot frame a character within the film and not frame them with the audience. We need to suspect them too. And
yeah,
I'm not going to say anything, not going to spoil it, but I was very disappointed with some of the writing. Things that built up to things didn't happen. But this is what Flo and I, you know, I love Floral from Under a Rock. Floral wrote, Jared Leto is overrated and sells nothing, but instead curses it. Changed my mind. And I basically went into this where I said, and there were pinkos and commies involved with some of the best films from the 40s, 50s, and 60s. We have to separate the art from the artist. Otherwise, there's very little in cinema to enjoy. Like I despise Roman Polanski, but still love Chinatown, Frantic, and Rosemary's Baby. And by the way, I wasn't given enough space because Twitter sucks. That basically I absolutely despise commies and pinkos. And then I pointed out I don't like Jared Leto at all. Because I do believe that there's smoke, there's fire where there's smoke with the allegations of him being a pedophiliac, which is, that means you like girls that are post-pubescent, but are still underage. they get lumped in with pedophiles, and it's like, no, pedophilia has to do with prepubescent. Once puberty takes place, they become a pedophilics. So anyway, I believe that the allegations against him are true, and I don't like him for that reason. But I still watch the movies he's in, because I separate the artist from the art. But then when I look at it, it's like, that's not really what he's saying here. He doesn't sell anything. He's never sold. He won an Oscar for a film, but he's not the reason that film made money. Matthew McConaughey is what sold that film. I can't think of a film where Jared Leto sold it. Can you guys?
No,
not really. He's not exactly leading.
So I should tell. So I should agree with him. But I'll write that. You are right. And purple. I don't know how to spell Valkyrie. At purple.
There you go.
Just tag you like that. Agrees to, as she cackles live on our stream.
Mm-hmm.
And your black representative agrees to.
Typing this. Oh, and black dude agrees to, not sure of his name. Here's his tag.
Wait. Don't we all appear the same? Don't we all look alike?
Yeah, Gotham 66. He won't know who the fuck that is unless he kicks it.
Yeah, he won't know who that is, even if you put that on there. Random black guy, 2949K. I just gave my number out. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's just pretend you didn't hear that.
Yeah, don't go back and play it again after we live stream. So
I'm the dude disguised as the dude playing the dude.
Pretending to be a dude. I'm the dude. Fucking man, he sold that character so well.
Everybody did in that movie. Everybody worked their asses off in that film. And to hear some of the stories, even told by some of the other actors, I mean, I think the only person, while funny, the only person that really just didn't do that much was Matthew McConaughey, and he was funny.
By the way, Magic Tech, I want to get Drew on our show. He and I get along so well. We've streamed twice together, and I always follow his posts. I think I might do it on like one of my own streams where it's just him and me talking, because I'm engaged with the way that guy thinks. Yes, of course, it's always good to see lovely Sherry. Aaron says the only people, yes, and that's what I was talking about. I agree with you. Sex offenders of any kind should be expelled.
Well, if half of what Corey Feldman says about Hollywood is true, then
well, look, he's a wackadoo. He's out of his fucking mind. But at the same time, does that mean he's full of shit?
Wrong,
no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't think he's full of shit at all. Although I have trouble imagining, what's his name, Charlie Sheen trying to boo-foo some kid. I don't know why. I just find that crazy. Who was the kid? It wasn't Haim. It was the kid that played Sam in the Lord of the Rings.
Oh, Sean Astin.
It was Sean Astin. I think it was Sean Astin. It was in Rudy, and that's who he said sexually assaulted him. I don't know if that's true. Let's see. Oh, fuck you, Stream Elements. Oh, good God, going through these.
Yep. Just walk away from the bullshit. That's what I had to do. I've there's a few people that I know that hate watching it and then completely ripping it to shreds, but I can't bring myself to either A, do that, or B, watch it. I just can't. I'm sorry. I want to support, but I can't.
Hold on. Look at Monkey Jeeves's comment.
Wow.
Every character would be played by Peter Dinklage.
No, Peter Dinklage would complain about it, and they'd all be replaced with CGI.
Yeah, right. You know, I never imagined him because I've admired him for so long, since 2002 when I saw him in that movie, The Station Agent. I never thought he'd be a woke fuck.
Yeah, I thought he was kind of sensible. Yeah.
Well, you know, it again allows people to continue to talk about him. I mean, can you see how many other projects were on this great horizon for him post everything that he's gone through these last 5 years? You know what? Let me at least say this about R&B. I would give him this advice. If Secret Hideout were willing to give him his own show and hire his own people, then that'd be great.
Yeah.
Separate from everything else that they're doing, give him a show. Give him his own staff. Let him hire his own writers. And guarantee at least one season complete without any interference. And then compare that show to all the other stuff they have out there. They wouldn't even have to guarantee a season 2.
I'm going to say this right now, and I hope Robert Meyer Burnett finds out about this because he knows us.
Good people.
I
He's
hope
my other
that
brother.
we can start a campaign, a crowdfunding campaign, to get enough money to convince him to punch Alex Kurtzman in the dick.
Hold on. Wait.
$100,000.
Hold on. I got money right here. Hold on.
We'll pay him $100,000 to punch Alex Kurtzman in the dick.
I would do that for free.
Do a quick, that quick, gentle swipe of the balls where it doesn't really make direct contact, but kind of catches the fingers on it to where the person goes, and then after a few seconds goes, oh, and then disappears.
Hey, Keith.
That happened many a time in high school.
Yeah.
I'd buy that for $1.
Buy that for $1. Yeah, buddy.
You know what?
Chris Pike. We met when he was promoted to fleet captain. You ever met Chris Pike? You ever met Chris Pike? You ever met Chris Pike? We met when he was promoted to fleet captain.
There we go. That's enough. That was for you, Mr. Tickle Truck.
You know, that could be a pay-per-view event. Everybody could come out on top. Everybody could come out on top if they turn that into a pay-per-view event with R&B. And once we
Bring
locate
back
them,
celebrity death match, but do it for real.
Ooh.
Yes, that's what next year's
I'd
episode
buy
should
that
be.
for $1. Yeah. I'm going to get that video clip. I'll add that just for you.
The hosts,
great.
however, still need to be in claymation.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the referee, the dude, the guy that's based upon, he passed away a while ago.
Yeah,
But
Mills
still-
Lane.
Yep.
Oh,
That
the
would still be
crazy
funny
eyed
as
guy
hell.
with the glasses.
No, the bald ref.
No. The bald ref.
Ring.
Oh,
Let's get it on.
Yeah. I can't remember his full name, but it was Miles.
Mills
Yeah,
Lane.
but
Mills Lane.
Mills Lane.
yeah, Mills
That's it.
Lane. There we go.
There you go. I recognize the name. Okay, Mr. Tickle Truck, thanks again for the Canadian $5, man. Once again, proving that you and Mexican Iron Man pretty much support this channel.
I'm curious.
I mean,
Mr.
a lot of
Tickle
people
Trunk.
throw money in it, and memberships are really. But seriously, you and fucking Mexican Iron Man throw some serious fucking super chats our way, and it blows my mind. So, but thanks again, man. And moving on in the chat, next one, of course, is Zax. Hey, Zax, how you doing, buddy? I think you're still up in British Columbia or some weird place like that up there in Canada. The Hollywood of Canada. I'm sorry, I don't know why I laughed when I said that, but it really is funny.
I can confirm that Mike is swamped as all hell, and I wish
It's
him
sort
the
of like
best.
saying South Carolina or Georgia, the Hollywood of the South. Didn't Paramount ban R&B on Twitter? If they contacted him, I'm suspicious. First of all, they didn't. It was, I think it was Alex Kurtzman that directly contacted.
Yeah, secret.
If
Yes,
it's not an
secret
April Fool's joke. Again, I'm leaving that in there. It's like, I'm terrified that, because I posted on our page on Twitter, and I'm like, please, dude, my heart can't take it. There's nobody here to do CPR if you fucking give me a heart attack doing an April Fool's joke like that, man. But it is what it is.
Was one of the
if I do die, it's Robert Meyer Burnett's fault. Thanks for a super. Yeah, I know. Like nobody's excited about that one.
Well, look. I would hope that Robert Meyer Burnett would at least hire a few people that he knows can actually do a good job, including our good friend Script Doctor.
Yep, I will tell you right now, Hex. It's not as awful as some people are making it out to be. It's just not that great. They did a lot of editing to it. You can see, and they did. They CG'd out Spider-Man on that poster, and that's dumb. Why promote it? It's in all the trailers.
Yeah,
dumb. Let's see.
Well, it's Sony.
Well, my bet is Marvel
Is anything in the trailer in the movie?
They made that deal.
Yeah, there's several things in the trailer in there. The whole scene with the helicopter and reaching his hand through those strings or whatever the fuck they were. Oh, those are just the Predators that lost favors. Yeah. There's a lot of hidden sex perverts in Hollywood that aren't well known.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Also in politics.
That's why they call it the modern Babylon.
What are they? The Padilla brothers. I think I'm saying their name correct. Big supporters of Hillary Clinton.
Oh yes.
When you go into their house and see the perverted artwork of children, and the sex pose statue that's hanging in the foyer is actually it's based on a human that was dead, put in a sexual position, and the skin was partially removed. I don't want to go into
This is who now?
Epstein had a painting.
It's not Epstein. It's the brothers that supported. Now they had their names mentioned in that whole Pizzagate garbage. I didn't buy any of that stuff, but I don't doubt for a sec there's something wrong with them. And they were good friends with Epstein. They were good friends with Epstein. And you're talking about the flying and shit, right? Uh-oh. Somebody break in your house again? Uh-oh. Something's going on. Something's going on, Keith. What happened? You got to go?
No, I got neighbors that feel the need to share what they have going on in their vehicles. You guys didn't hear all that? Nope. I mean, I'm sitting
here going, you pull your headset off and turn to the left.
I mean, it was just like, really? Really?
That bad, huh?
I don't mind good car stereo systems.
Awesome One is here. What is up, Awesome One? You're headed to the head. Awesome. Hope everything comes out all right. Let's see. Daryl the Derelict is here. What is up, man? I'm going to post it in the chat again. Invite anybody in the chat that just wants to drop in and enjoy the morning together. Chat. There you go. There it is.
And what was the television network that you really enjoyed as a child? You know, what was the one that helped you become more of a geek?
Are you asking all of us?
Well, I know you guys, but anybody else that decides to join us, let us know that. I think we should make that part of what we do.
Yeah, I don't know how to do the polls yet. Now I'm confused, Mr. Tickle Trunk. Why are you confused, Purple?
Oh, I said there he is, and he said no, I'm not, and it confused me. How do you answer that?
You don't.
You don't. Aaron says it's like the rich guy that didn't hang himself, Keith. He was disposable. I think he did. I think we've now seen the proof that he really did. But there was a lax in security that shouldn't have taken place, and people need to lose their jobs for it. Because when some of the bathwater was recovered, it showed that nobody went into his cell. Nobody did, because they found one of the cameras that was working at the time with the timestamp, and nobody went in there. The problem was he wasn't being supervised like he's supposed to be. And so it's like, yeah, okay, so I'm going to move on to the lovely Sherry. Good day to you, Mr. Tickle Trunk. Now, Sherry, tell me the truth. Does not his name sound like something perverted? Just saying. Every time I said his name early on, I'd giggle. Titty like a little schoolgirl. Oh, Tickle Trunk.
Some would come to find that unnatural.
Maybe he just likes vegan women. They look like old children.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
That's
Whoa.
fucked up, Monkey Jeeves. That's fucked up even for me. Put me in that tag. Wait, I'm not on Twitter.
Well, guys, Purple's got to go and get some food. It's always good to have you, and it was great to have her on this
I'm
morning.
so caught up in doing the chat without a director that I don't pay attention to our private chat. Purple, yes, it's later in England. We know that. I'm aware that there is a 6-hour difference at all times from where I'm at. But what are you having?
Always good to have you.
Bangers and mash. What are you doing?
That sounds good. I
fucking love bangers and mash, man. It's amazing.
Chicken and leek pie, so that's what I'm going to have.
My favorite, when I was living in England, I lived in South Molden, which is Metro London. I ate the shit out of steak and kidney pies.
You can't beat a good steak and kidney pie. That's so
my
good.
God, they were some of the best. There used to be, back in the 70s, there was this hole-in-the-wall restaurant right across from Big Ben, right next to the tube station. I'd come out of the tube station, walk to the right, and go right into this hole-in-the-wall restaurant. And all they had was, there was standing room, or they had the bar along the wall with stools. Mm-hmm. And those got taken up quickly. You went in there to get the food and leave. And I would go in there, and there was a place not too far down, about 2 blocks down, that had amazing doner kebabs. And I remember I panicked over doner kebabs because, do you remember this about a decade back, that there was a problem where people went blind eating doner kebabs?
Yes.
From a bacteria?
There's a health scare over it. Yep.
And I was like, oh my God, I could have died, but it was so delicious. I'd have eaten it again.
Worth it.
Fuck it. And for those who don't know, doner kebabs are gyros, but the difference is gyros are Greek and doner kebabs are Turkish.
Turkish, yeah.
And they're Turkish shops. And they serve a lot of the same food. And because they're so close there in the Mediterranean, But amazing food. What's your favorite fast food there? Nothing American.
Nothing American. I'd like you say you can't beat a good pie, but I think I would always go for the British staple of fish and chips. I love properly cooked fish and chips.
I was in a hotel over by Hyde Park, and it was a really nice hotel. And there was a little shop right around the corner that served it still in the newspaper. Real newspaper.
They can't get away with that anymore.
No, because of the ink.
Exactly. Yeah, I loved you. Yeah.
It was in the 80s going into the 90s that they did a thing where they started just printing newspaper, fake newspaper for certain fish and chip places to use. So it gave that feeling. But do they still do that? What do they do now?
They don't. Pretty much all the restaurants you go into, all the takeaways, they have the basic kind of white paper. It's almost like a...
That's sad, because that was a neat idea.
Paper. Yeah.
Doing the fake newsprint on wrapping paper for food. But yeah, fish and chips is awesome, man. And it comes in a little paper basket, basically, a wrapped paper basket. So it's all together and you're like, nom, nom, nom. Yeah, I know. Fucking greasy as hell.
It's so good.
Yeah, it is. But thanks, Purple, for dropping in. Love you. Hope you have a great weekend.
Absolutely. Love you guys. And I missed you. I did. So
yes, get on the show more. You're so much fun.
I will. Yes. I promise I will. Thank you, guys. Right. Have a fantastic weekend, and I will jump back into the chat and keep you guys company.
Ciao, Lavender Lady.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
And Gary, deleted scenes. Stephen, he says that he would like to address a question in the chat.
Let me see.
Yeah. There was a question in the chat earlier.
Okay.
Who's creepier, Jared Leto or Ezra Miller? And we were talking about Ezra Miller on yesterday's show, or at least
I don't think Ezra's creepy. He's just fucking weird. Leto has a
he's crazy. He's crazy.
Yeah,
Ezra Miller's just crazy.
Yeah, Leto, on the other hand, there's something really creepy the way he looks at people.
Yeah, but what I wanted to say about Ezra Miller is with all of these arrests that he's piling up, he supposedly threatened a guy who had darts in his hand. He's breaking into people's houses, threatening to kill them. It sounds to me like he's trying to self-delete and he wants help.
Well, the problem is,
to kill him.
Part of the problem is these fucking activist fans that defend and support these celebrities' bad behaviors, or despite the bad behaviors, and
dropping a deuce on a bed.
And what are they becoming when they do that? Is a very bad thing. They're enablers, and they enable these people to do that. Jim Carrey is a prime example. Jim Carrey needs serious fucking help. I'll always be a fan of Jim Carrey, but he
needs help. Is really what it comes down to. Unfortunately, I just believe that Ezra Miller is someone who needs to be properly diagnosed and needs to go on some medication. What he's doing in many ways is not that strange from a lot of the stories that we heard about celebrities in the 1970s, 1980s, 1990s. When you had Belushi during the filming of Blues Brothers sort of just disappear, and they found him in someone's house, asleep on their couch.
Which Belushi?
When you had
Jim Belushi?
No. During the making of Blues Brothers, Belushi went missing during part of
John Belushi.
Okay. Yeah, John Belushi.
I didn't know about this.
Yeah, he had wandered into someone's house. They found him asleep.
He pulled a Margot Kidder.
And then years later, you had RDJ during the height of his
and
problems.
Margot Kidder. That's right. Both of them did it. Oh, wait, Anne Heche did it too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And I think
Southern Viking.
with Ezra Miller, I think it really does sound like someone who is suffering, who needs to have a different kind of medication, or at least needs to be properly diagnosed. That's a world of difference than someone who chooses to go after young kids, or in this case, a type of younger person. Okay, that's different.
I want to interject real quickly, and I'll let you continue. Do not lose your place. Clobbering Times, welcome. And hey, I sent an invite out to anybody that wants to join us. Clobbering Time, jump in here with us, man. Be glad to have you, buddy. And continue, Keith. I apologize.
Okay, and so we got to learn to understand. I mean, it's all right to single out people who are acting a little out there, but try not to lump them all in. Okay, Ezra Miller definitely.
Ezra Miller,
okay.
Continue.
I think Ezra Miller is just one of those people that needs to be diagnosed. I mean, you kind of had that same thing with actress. There's one particular actress who, oh man, what's her name from Blade Runner?
Daryl Hannah.
Sean Young.
Sean Young.
Oh, Sean Young.
And all of the problems surrounding her. Although,
well, I told you I had a personal phone call from her because I ran the Blade Runner fan club.
Mm-hmm.
She called me at work, and she just started talking to me like we knew each other, because it just so happened we both went to Catholic school. And she started talking about doing aura photography with me, and it was the most surreal phone call I've ever had in my life. She's a gorgeous woman. She's sweet. She's a very sweet person.
Yes.
But man, she can really go out on a limb when she's talking.
The crazy, to hot ratio. Yeah. We got to be careful.
Again, I think some of it was also, though, given how Hollywood was back then, I believe a lot of the instances where she had certain reactions were also, I mean, when you think about it, all of the weird stuff that you saw happening behind the scenes with certain people in power, certain stars, certain people that acted a certain way that do not act that way now because they were smart enough to get out of it before people started really having cameras and other things, James Woods, that I think we can agree that you just got to really differentiate between the people that are doing something really out there, slightly illegal, from the people that need help. Not that they're not doing anything any less dangerous, but there is a difference. You know, because you could have said that about RDJ.
To your Mills comment, Aaron says, get Stone Cold Steve Austin to replace him.
No, then people would want to see him participate.
I think that's the point.
By the way,
of making
apparently
him
a lot of people liked my idea for crowdfunding to get enough money to get Robert Meyer Burnett to punch Alex Kurtzman in the dick if he meets him. Even Sox was like, I'm in. We need to do this.
There is another case of like absurd behavior, and this is the one case where it actually made sense. Van Halen. You've all heard the story about the Brent M&Ms, right?
Yeah, but that was I read in an interview that they said that was really just sort of a thing they did as a joke.
No.
I don't know.
There was actually a very good reason for it because they had an entire stage that they would bring around, and they had power requirements, safety requirements, all these other things. So to make sure that the contract was actually being followed through, they had in the Brown M&Ms clause, because if things were being set out and there were still brown M&Ms, they didn't read the fucking contract and they didn't pay attention to anything else.
That's interesting.
That's clever.
So it was a caveat. By the way, awesome one, I'll be talking to Script in about an hour. We have a meeting and working together on a project. I will tell him you said that, because that's a very good compliment. It is. Script's
good people.
Our new Grisham. Yeah. So, Clobber time, you coming on? What the fuck, man? I thought
He
you
said
liked
that
us.
he's got he's going to be doing some driving, so he
don't make excuses for him.
Okay.
We love Clobber
Clobby,
time,
no
man.
excuses, man. No excuses.
Yeah, I just remembered.
We love you, Clobby.
I end a lot of my posts where I'm being a bit overly didactic myself with Nuff Said, because I'm such a big fan of The Thing.
I love The Thing.
Ben Grimm
Kurt
is like
Russell
one of my
is-
favorite characters.
I mean, hell, even just Kurt Russell is one of my favorite actors, period, because he's a fucking
I'm sorry, I just read
professional.
Gap's
Always
Stargates.
has been.
Yeah.
And he's the only one in this day and age when he's talking about politics who goes, listen, I'm a court jester. And this is Kurt Russell, mind you, saying this. I'm a court jester. That's what it's supposed to be. We're not supposed to be telling people what to think. We're just supposed to be entertaining. We're court jesters.
Exactly. And I see us as knowledgeable, educated court jesters ourselves. I'm not a lunatic. A lot of people think I'm crazy. I'm not crazy at all. Crazy like a fox. But
I'm black.
And he's black. I'm crazy like a fox, and he's black. Anyway, Yo Mama.
Oh,
that's
geez.
her name or his name is Yo Mama.
I know.
Did I miss?
You got to be careful where you use that name.
Yet. I still have it queued up for us to talk about the 3 things from Geekosity, because none of my team were available when I was trying to figure out what to talk about today. So I just put that on there because I didn't know what else to fucking talk about. But I do want to talk about these 3 things because they're interesting to me. We'll talk about them again more extensively on Thursday next week when we go over the week's the entire week's new scoops from Geekosity Mag. But I have not said hello to Shinotsky because I didn't want to interrupt the discussion that was going on. Shinotsky, welcome, man. And of course, our good friend T-Shirt is here.
Hey.
And that's enough from you. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm sorry.
I'll
Let me
be
do
quiet
this.
now.
let me do this the proper way. Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land.
And fuck you, Gary.
Go fuck yourself, Gary.
Yeah, I know. You should always sound like in the background. It should always sound like you're way back here going, fuck you, Gary. You're an asshole.
That'll be our next T-shirt, bro. So,
There's more than one of me?
Yeah, different T-shirt. The actual fabric kind that you wear.
Oh.
Oh wait, you're that too. So I don't know. I don't know how to differentiate.
I'm T-shirted, not T-shirt.
Now I don't know what Steven is doing right now. I know he was showing those cartoons this morning, and I watched it for over 45 minutes. I love those old Fleischer Superman cartoons, man.
Yeah, they're great.
And he already had a claim against it.
Damn.
And public domain from Sony, who has never owned anything.
Fucking Sony pricks.
I swear to God, man.
Oh.
YouTube is the fucking Wild West when it comes to claims.
They are.
Speaking
of claims,
they don't regulate. They don't manage it. They don't do their fucking jobs. They don't do due diligence. YouTube. I'm glad we're on here, but I got to tell you the truth. Every day I log in, I'm expecting to have a claim or that I'm shut down. Every day. I just prepare for it. You can't worry about it. You just go, well, that's going to happen.
I do fan vids, and half the time, the copyright claims are not the people that own the fucking song I used.
Well, I told you.
Yep.
Look, here, I'm going to pull it up real quick. Go to YouTube.
I got something cool.
And I'm just going to play the opening of this fucking thing. And it pisses me off so bad. And don't worry, your mama. We will be talking about it. My channel. Why would you name yourself that? Why would you name yourself your mama?
Because you could say it legit without getting in trouble.
Can you? I still feel like someone wants to slap me for saying it. Here we go. I'm going to share this real quick. Share screen with audio. This video has footage in it that is absolutely public domain. And the music, even though it's a cover, is my music. It's my performance of it. And I got a claim from Brazil. A
that's
person
bullshit.
in Brazil.
Yeah.
And YouTube fucking allowed it.
Nah.
Yep.
What you need to do is the copyright deadlock that was created by Stephanie Jim Sterling.
And there
That's
it is.
the way that you get back
I
at
use
it.
footage from Nosferatu, which is in the public domain. Specifically, two versions are in public domain. I used one of them. No sound, not the music, just the visual. Got a copyright claim.
One
drives me
nice
crazy.
solution to this, he copyrighted, claimed his own work. So,
I'm going to let you hear the chorus on this. I didn't release this on any of my albums because I didn't like the Gregorian chant sound of the vocals on it, the chorus.
she looks like she just saw Morbius.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to be doing a bunch of weed.
Are you Morbius? I need Morbius. Are you Morbius?
Speaking of Morbius, I need to go. I'm seeing it at 2. So
Das
My
Wolfen.
sympathies.
You got to
I
go?
heard it's terrible, but go.
yeah, I'm going to see
All right, buddy, go
Morbius
see
at
it.
2. So
God bless you. I will pray for you.
yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah.
I
Take your
did
cross
not
on holy
that
water.
bad. It was okay. All right,
Cocaine.
Alright,
That's
try to
all I'm
enjoy it.
saying. Just snort some cocaine before you go in. That'll help take the sting off.
Yeah.
So there's that cover song, and I got a claim against me on it.
Ah, man.
Yeah, that's horseshit. I hate those things. But yes, yeah,
What is this?
little something that was shared with me.
Oh,
from,
you shared it, Brenda. Okay.
Yeah, from Whitechapel. He has a ton of VHS tapes, and this was one of them that he shared. I myself have never heard of this one, but there it is in its glory. Then of course,
You'll love Cutie Honey because their entire gimmick is that she transforms, her clothes fly off, and then she goes into a different costume.
I love Cutie Honey. I've been watching it for years.
Okay,
I
I'm
have all
going to
the
have to
original
watch this
anime
now.
and
So her
comics.
clothes come off, right?
Yes.
and then
Does she have big jiggly titties?
Yes.
Yes.
It's going to guy.
I'm all in.
Have you ever seen Devilman?
Yes.
Who hasn't? Jesus Christ.
Same guy.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Go Nagai. Star Blazers, Captain Harlock, Galaxy Express. Yeah, I
All
know
right,
Go
you
Nagai.
and Brandon go get a room.
no,
Jesus Christ.
Holy cow.
Leiji
Matsumoto?
Matsumoto.
Yeah. Is the Galaxy Express guy.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
His giant robots. Like
Yeah.
Magazer Z. That's
and
Gonna Guy's claim.
Ambassador Magma. Yeah.
Here's the
Mazinger
next
Z,
one that was shared
Gigantor.
with me, and this will be a show.
Let me
that I
get
am
through
gonna
these
talk
real
about.
quick.
Yeah.
I got to get through these. First time I was in
Boom.
England, I went to a pub, grabbed a pint, and had authentic fish and chips. I'm going to tell you, Southern. I went to a pub. God, what was it called? The Rampant Lion, I think. I remember the Rampant Lion is what's on the sign, and I think it was either the Red Lion or the Rampant Lion. And we were having breakfast, and it was the only thing close to our hotel that was open. And so we went in there to have breakfast, and Johnny Weissmuller, it was a Saturday morning. Johnny Weissmuller Tarzan was on the tally up in the corner. And I heard all these guys, these limeys, just talking shit about Johnny Weissmuller. Sure, mate. Got an American Lord of England. And they were just mocking Weissmuller. And so I decided to just retaliate. 13-year-old kid retaliates against all these people, and I shut him down. I started singing the song 1814. I sang the entire song. You guys know the song.
Yes. Yes, I know it.
I just sang it quietly, and eventually it got everybody's. It was one of those, again, bar moments where the piano player stops playing and everybody turns and looks at me. And down to Mississippi with okay. In 1814, we took a little trip along Colonel Jackson down to mighty Mississippi, took a little bacon, and we took a little beans. We fought the bloody British in the town of New Orleans.
We fired our guns, but the British kept
coming. Fired once more.
There wasn't quite as many of them as there was a while ago.
Yep.
I love that song.
Ran through the bushes and they ran through the brambles. They ran through the thicket where the rabbits wouldn't go. Ran so far that the hounds couldn't catch them. Down in Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. And that's where I ended. And they're all quiet. And I went, I like Johnny Weissmuller.
Lovely Sherry, hi.
What's that?
Yeah.
Lovely Sherry said hi to me.
Oh,
I love
yes.
Lovely Sherry.
She's a sweetheart.
I got something cool down there.
Sweetheart, but she is absolutely.
Oh man, she posts the dirtiest memes, and I love it.
I swear to God, there are memes in there that even make me blush.
Yes.
And I joked that the other day. It's easy to have a crush on somebody like that, but I joked that she was my internet crush.
She's my internet crush.
Yeah, I think a lot of us dig her.
We do. Oh, and I got something cool here, man. If you'll pump it through, man.
I'm not going to.
Okay.
Which one is it?
It's
I see.
Yeah. So who wants to review this with me? Because I want to start reviewing all 30 of these episodes.
Get me the episodes and I'll do it with you because I've never gotten to watch them.
Oh no, we're gonna do it live, man.
I know, but send the videos to me so I can watch it and have a general idea of what I'm talking about.
No, we're gonna do it like live, like MST3K style.
Oh, you want to do it that way?
Yeah, let's go raw with it.
All right.
I want Keith's take on it because I bet he could just like open mouth the entire time.
If you do that,
we
you
can just get a photo of
Italian Spider-Man.
I haven't seen Italian Spider-Man.
I couldn't hear you. I couldn't hear you.
Oh, if he's gonna do it, do Italian Spider-Man as well.
Oh, I hadn't seen that one.
I have, and he's hairy as fuck.
So he's like a spider.
Yeah.
I'm
Tarantula Man.
Hairy as fuck. Let's see. Anything good in the chat? Fuck that. My eyes are so bad I can't read the fine print on some of these, and I end up pulling up the stream elements thing, and it pisses me off when I do it.
Gary.
Yeah.
We got Socks bulletins in the chat.
Yeah, I know.
We need to get him in the room.
I've invited him.
Socks, get your ass in this fucking room. Come on.
Here's the link again.
Also, I don't think Jared Leto's creepy. I think he's a fucking poser.
Agreed.
So,
I think he's creepy as fuck.
Agreed.
Anybody that goes after underage girls is creepy as fuck.
Agreed.
Ezra's
he's always had
crazy.
that weird ass side to him, and yeah.
Well, he stares. He has this really beady-eyed stare that I don't like. He's fucking beady-eyed. I don't like it.
Hey, low spec.
Low spec. Welcome to the show.
I love that dude. I love that.
And by
dude
the way,
so
I
much.
didn't welcome you to the show, your mama. Welcome
I
to
wonder-
the show, your mama.
I welcome
wonder-
your mama to the show.
Does your mama make barbecue so good that it makes you want to slap your mama?
No, there's no question. Look, after Jackass, or not Jackass, Kick-Ass 2, or right in that period is when he started to break down. And when
Yes.
he canceled himself. He canceled the film and himself. The film went on to not make very much money, and I think it was his damage that did it. Not just that it wasn't that great a film. It was nowhere near as fun as the first one. But yeah, he had a
wasn't
mental
even
breakdown.
in it that much was the funny part. I mean, he gets killed off pretty early on.
That's the
in
funny
Kick-Ass
part?
2.
Are you fucking serious? That's the funny part?
What's up?
I'm messing with you, man. Stop getting serious. Socks!
Hey,
Hey there.
what's up, Mo?
Hi, Socks.
Hi, you all hear me?
I
Yes.
can hear you just fine,
Yes. Do you like Spider-Man? I'm just taking a wild guess.
Oh, I don't know, maybe a little bit.
Maybe a little bit. Huh? I got something for you here. You'll love this one. This one won't be copyright claimed either. It's only 3 minutes long, Gary. But we all got to watch this one.
Demek kim olduğunu bize
Turkish
söylemeyeceksin
Captain
ha?
America and Spider-Man.
Ben seni söyletmesini bilirim.
Where's his shield?
They couldn't afford one. Oh, convenient. That was there. Oh, he gave him the butt. He got so close he could pull the gun away from him. Yes, he's got eyebrows. Is he wearing glasses?
Why is she shooting Spider-Man?
I was gonna grab a tombstone and hit him with it.
No, this isn't Riccio.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Turnalar uçsun.
Who's this guy?
No clue.
That's Keith on the sidelines watching this.
That would definitely not be me.
Bütün bunlar senin numaran.
Unicorn Paula.
Web shooters cost money.
Yeah, Kevin Feige's going all out, spending all this money.
Oh yeah, MCU better watch out.
I mean, they're actually shooting on location. This shit costs money.
That's the best CGI ever.
Hey, all I got to say about that is worst Marvel film ever.
That match is right up there with Firesign Theater's J-Men Forever.
Oh God,
that is still my favorite Captain America appearance. So,
all right, now
better than
moving
Thor:
on
Dark
to the
World.
final part of the show, we're going to discuss what was in the thumbnail: Geekosity.
Yay!
Mikey
Yay.
said, "Woo! Yay! Yay! Us! Yay! Yay!
Fuck you, Gary.
Yay! Fuck you too! Yay!"
Mark D with a C points out a very good thing. This is still better than Captain Marvel. I agree.
Yes. But then again, I've had solid, really painful bowel movements much better than that film.
Ow.
jeez.
Yeah.
So, Doctor Strange 2 villain may not be who you think it is. Spoilers possibly here, written by Joy Lynn Francisco.
Ooh.
Even Mikey said he can't pronounce her name, and Mikey's Filipino.
Parohinog.
I'm not even going to fucking try, dude, because it's going to be wrong. I guarantee you.
Make it like a high, make a high, no.
Hinog, at least according to the way it's spelled.
I
that's
caught that reference.
Actually, how you say it phonically, because fuck English.
I'm not even going to give that name a try. But I do know how to pronounce that name, Francisco. And she and her husband are writers for Geekosity Bag, along with now Sil Abdul. Yeah. Did you see me shit all over him, Keith? That was funny.
Well, at least it wasn't like, what is that name? Sana Amanat? Manamana.
Manamana.
Has she made a reappearance? Has he seen her shadow?
Hey, all I'm saying is Bruce
Cavitino
Campbell
says he's watched his own colonoscopy in HD.
That's not a film I would go see twice.
Oh, no.
Cheers.
What's the
colonoscopy.
budget on that one?
April
In
Fool's
HD.
Day picture.
It's like, oh my God, that
Hilarious.
polyp
He
looks
was
like
the
it's
bad
so
guy.
real. Is that CG? Is that CG? Tell me it's CG. Please tell me it's CG. Terrifying to find polyps when you have a colonoscopy. Yeah, I fucking shit. My favorite thing to do when we do our show together on Thursday is shit on Sil. I just love doing it. I don't know why. It's so sweet. And it's just so easy to mess with him. And let's see. What do we got here? Any song plays in my head? Yeah. Okay.
Manamana.
Manamana.
Manamana. Manamana.
That song will stay with you for quite a while.
Cavitino, I want you to record pronouncing it, send it to me, and I'm going to play your voice pronouncing it every single time we read from her.
Parahinog.
Parohinog.
Parahinog.
I want Cavitino to record it. There you go.
Parohinog.
Parahinog.
There we go. Lovely Sherry. Hello. Keely Chow. All right. Getting back to what are we talking about again? Oh, that's right. Geekosity. Doctor Strange 2 villain may not be who you think it is. Spoilers, potential spoilers. Benedict Cumberbatch, main villain in Doctor Strange 2, has a familiar face. Spoilers ahead, laddies. After all, he's also Benedict Cumberbatch.
That's not a spoiler. That was in the last trailer.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Sinister Strange is the big bad in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. At
Oh,
least
no.
that's what a plot synopsis from the SM Cinemas chain in the Philippines reveals. On the surface, it's not a huge surprise. After all, Sinister Strange appears in the trailer. In other words, Benedict Cumberbatch plays an evil version of himself. It's like Kirk versus Kirk.
Oh, and yeah, but does he? And he's got
Except
a beard.
less
Oh, wait a
manly,
minute.
because we know Benedict is woke as fuck. The
Is he?
MCU.
He is now.
Yeah.
Oh no.
The guy
I
went
love
after
Benedict.
Sam Elliott because of his
no.
woke Western. That's basically, as Sam Elliott put it, Chippendales. Chippendales. You just goddamn Chippendales walking
We
around.
already had Brokeback Mountain.
no shirts on,
cowboys.
all homoerotic, gay sex, and of course a guy who knows nothing of the Wild West, Benedict Cumberbatch, defends the film. So anyway,
the British guy?
Yeah, the British guy. The MCU calls them variants. I still will watch his films. Look, I tell people, you've got to separate the art from the artist. So what if someone's a shithill? I'll still watch the movie. So what if Gary Glitter is a fucking pedo pervert? I still like that fucking song.
Yep.
Green Joker.
After the Oscar slap, it's kind of like I almost don't
I'm still
believe
a fan
anything.
of Will Smith. I just don't like what he did. I don't like it. I don't think it's cool.
No, but I mean, I don't know that anything coming out of Hollywood can be taken seriously anymore because it just seems like a damn joke.
Everybody needs to let the Academy die. It needs to die. And the People's Choice Award is a better ceremony because it's the people voting, not a bunch of fucking other Hollywood.
Actually,
elites.
Gary, I'm gonna. I think the BAFTAs are actually the most honest awards because that's actually coming from peers.
I've never watched the BAFTAs. Is it any good?
Well, I mean, it's actually coming from their own peers. Are they getting woke?
It's better than the Oscars.
Yeah, but it's still better than the Oscars.
I'm going to go look up the last one and I'll watch it. Anyway, SM Cinemas offers a brief summary of Doctor Strange in the multiverse. Look, we're just going to say Doctor Strange 2. Stop with the long fucking names. This goes to you, Courtney. We love you, but you need to shorten your damn name. Dr. Stephen Strange casts a forbidden spell that opens the door to the multiverse, including an alternate version of himself whose threat to humanity is too great for the combined forces of Strange, Wong, and Wanda Maximoff. Now, I'm going to tell you, once again, Keith and I are absolutely simpatico on this, that was a Band-Aid that needed to be pulled off quickly. That he's getting blamed for it, but the fact was it was going to happen. He just pulled the Band-Aid off quickly or popped the pimple. That's all. It was building up to an eruption. If Benedict Cumberbatch, I'm just not even going to call him that anymore, Benny. If Benny Villainous twin created deja vu in the preview, it should. He could be an evil version of Strange Supreme from Disney Plus animated What If. The What If version of the Sorcerer Supreme. So, and one of the things they say here is basically the What If universe is an alternate universe, and that's all it is. And I dig that. I dig that. So, yeah, I think this is going to be cool. Look, no matter how I feel about him, he's a fucking good actor, Benedict. He's very good at what he does.
I don't have any problems with him as an actor. My problem with this is that this is going to be cameo of the movie.
Yeah.
Maybe not. It is going to be a memberberry film.
Yeah.
By sorts, but I don't think it'll be as bad as Ghostbusters Afterlife. And I love that movie. I love that movie.
Yeah,
but there are tons of memberberries in that movie that annoyed me. It's like, look, we all know this. And what's worse is some of it was used within the plot and then it didn't pay off. And that pissed me off. And you shouldn't have the original Ghostbusters show up in the last 10 minutes of the movie.
I love that. Okay, I cried. I fucking cried during that.
You're not the only one. Fuck you, T-shirt. I cried.
I cried harder, Gary. You didn't
cry
harder.
I cried harder.
No, I cried harder than you did. Did you? How many Kleenexes did you use? How many Kleenexes?
Hold on, I got to make up a number. 12. No, 13.
You know what? I used a whole roll of toilet paper, Gary. An entire roll. All by myself.
Used cheap toilet paper, though. There's not as much toilet paper.
Yes, it left scratch marks all over my eyes and face. It was terrible. I cried more.
Yeah. I said, TMI, too much information. Yes. And you know what? The biggest memberberry is everything they've done on Picard.
Oh God!
Everything.
It was that first episode pissed me off so much that I couldn't watch anymore.
Why did you mention that?
Let's get back to Doctor Strange. Let's talk about this.
My problem in a nutshell with this thing, and it's with the multiverse in Marvel, not just like the movies, but the comics, is that it makes it so things don't matter because if the world blows up, we'll just go to another universe or we'll use another universe to solve everything. It diminishes any of the consequences for everything that happened, which is what ended up happening in the comic books. It's like, who cares if Earth's destroyed? There's an infinite number of them.
True.
Well, I think what all of this is going to do is it's not really so much going to destroy the universe. It's just going to alter all of these universes. And that ultimately, as Gary and I had discussed in an earlier episode, ultimately what this is going to do is allow them to reset the MCU universe. Because you have a lot of actors that have gotten old and left, right? As they have now figured out, fans still have a deep love for a lot of the Phase 1 characters. So how do you bring them back without bringing back the actors? This is it. This is how they're going to do it. This is going to set us on a road to not only bring in the X-Men and the Fantastic Four, it will set us on the road to bringing back Tony Stark, Steve Rogers, and recast a lot of those other Phase 1 characters.
Oh, I hope so, Keith. I hope so. I hope you're right.
Well, they will be altered because a certain amount of this has to do with these characters, the way that they were created and when they were created. Because we are inching closer and closer towards a lot of these characters becoming public domain. And unfortunately, some people are concentrating, as well they should, a little too much on Superman and Batman and not realizing there are quite a few Marvel characters that are that old. Starting with Submariner, the Human Torch, and Captain America, who are also right up there and getting very, very close to public domain.
Oh, this is based on that information I sent you about the stuff going into public domain, isn't it?
Yeah,
damn,
some of
I
it's
forgot
based
about
on that.
Yeah.
So there are quite a few Marvel characters and DC. I mean, a majority of them are DC characters.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the Justice Society, Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman. A lot of the early stuff is getting close to public domain. You know, when that happens.
Hey guys, I don't want to interrupt, but let's do a quick check-in on Salty Nerds. See what they're doing right now.
Okay.
Let's talk about Spock.
Let's
talk
about
sideburns.
Warn somebody before you show them that.
You really have to talk about his
Let's talk about Spock, baby. Let's talk about you and me.
I have a feeling that has to do with a specific adventure.
Are they live?
They're live.
Either they're infected with some kind of alien virus.
Do they know we're watching them?
Well, I told him in the chat that we pop in occasionally to
he has to go to a planet of dragons
live to check on him.
It's like surreal, man. It's like we're viewing live while we're live.
This is a live stream viewing another live stream.
Wow.
You know, Google those pictures. Google the picture of Christine Chapel and the actress that they have playing Christine Chapel on Strange New Worlds.
Right? I mean,
they're not even trying to make it look like
I thought
how Christine Chapel looked.
One and Pike.
That
Hey,
Spock
Bart,
is horrible.
It's Spock. He's back in cancer form.
There's no purpose for this Strange New World. There is none at all. Why is this a thing?
I fully think that he can pull the character off.
But I never understand these people who make these shows hate the original series and yet rely on them.
Things like that.
Bye,
Yep.
Keith. That's the damn truth.
Love you, dude.
Helping his cause. Matthew, what are your initial thoughts on Spock here? Do you have anything to say?
I hated bringing in Spock in Discovery, and I don't know. Like, it might have been inspired if they had brought in Zachary Quinto to reprise the role, but
that would be great. That's Matthew
here it
Keddish
just
talking
feels
right
like
now.
a cheap copy of.
It's called
I love
Zachary
Kadish.
Quinto has standards.
Well, if I were
Like,
part of
I-
this, and I'll go ahead and end it now because I love their discussion. Remove screen. My problem with Peck playing Spock is they're not trying to really too hard on some of these characters. Now they went and got Anson to play Pike. Did we lose Keith?
Yeah, Keith left. He had to go.
Yeah, he's going to see his daughter today.
Okay. She's in the hospital today still. So everybody send out your good thoughts for her that she gets better.
Pater Filii Spiritus Sanctus, bless you, child.
Spiritus Mundi. Spiritus Sanctum.
Latin.
I used to do fake Latin all the time when I was a kid, get swatted by the nuns.
I bet.
My favorite one to do is Philly me bony belly with dominoes.
All of you wopsis pigs, get off my lawn.
Man. And I remember I had a pin I used to wear that said "I survived Catholic school," and Father Reams ripped it off my shirt. He's like, "You're lucky you got to go." But let's get back to. I'll check in on the guys in a little bit. Drop that down. Get back to our discussion because here comes Swamp Thing. AT&T showed its willingness to shut shit down, and the first thing it shut down was the TV series Swamp Thing by James Wan. And so they went from 13 episodes down to 10, and the problem is that fucked up the ending. So when they got to episode 7, they were in trouble, and episode 7 is where you see them struggling, and that's why the Blue Devil is just so garbage looking on the show. They truncated things. They had to make a lot of changes in order to get to that ending. And the final episodes, the last 3 episodes of the season were just crap.
It's the curse of Alan Moore. Any live action adaptation he's gently tied to, he'll call upon Glycon to curse it.
Yeah, it's just so DC Comics Swamp Thing in development for a new live action project written by the other Francisco Edwin, husband of Joy Lynn. Anyway, DC Comics Swamp Thing is headed back to live action. It's been reported new Swamp Thing project is currently in development. DC Comics Swamp Thing is a humanoid. This is where he does that thing where we don't need to fucking go into it. We know what it is. Edwin does this all the time. I talked to Mikey about it. It's like he doesn't need to explain that to people. We know,
why they
Swamp
do
Thing
that
is.
Though. They have word counts they got to read.
I know it's a word count thing, and it's still that bugs me. Swamp Thing. His wife is. I hate saying this. She is a much better writer than Edwin is. But he's getting better. He's a lot better now than he was when he started. In fact, IGN ranked him number 28 among all the top 100 comic book heroes, and I agree. I love Swamp Thing. I also love Man Thing from Marvel. I love Man Thing.
I love Man Thing. That's a Steve Gerber.
You guys would love Man Thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, I love anything Steve Gerber. You know that, Gary. Yeah. Steve Gerber was great.
I'm making it dirty for a certain Sherry in the audience. So anyway,
did you ever get to work with Steve Gerber?
Action movies and the TV series.
I have gotten to know before he died Bernie Wrightson.
Oh, Bernie was awesome too.
Yeah, there's photos of me hanging out with him. There are several iterations of Swamp Thing in the comics. In most cases, he's assigned. And Swamp Thing was the first comic I ever paid for. I bought as a kid. There are several iterations of Swamp Thing in the comics. In most cases, he's a scientist in some kind of accident transformed into Swamp Thing. We know that. Once again, we're going over shit we know. We know that. Warner Brothers is working on a new Swamp Thing. What kind of project it is, we will still have yet to find out. That's really that's the story right there. The now defunct DC Universe streaming channel released the Swamp Thing series in 2019, which was great until episode 7. Swamp Thing was the most serious adaptation of a DC comic character yet. James Wan, Atomic Monsters production, created the short-lived program, directing a sequel. Swamp Thing had incredible reviews with a 92% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Thus, its cancellation. Yeah, we get that. I just want to know if he was going to have any involvement, and I don't see his name going to be involved with it, and that's disappointing. I hope they bring back the same cast. It was a great cast. We'll find out. So, any thoughts on Swamp Thing as a TV show?
I have it on Blu-ray, and I still haven't watched it.
Oh, sorry.
No,
didn't see it.
I'm sorry. I have it on Blu-ray. I just have not watched it yet because I've just been too busy with other stuff.
I love Submariner. He was one of my favorite comic book characters ever. I'm looking forward to that, but I'm also looking forward to the Marvel introduction of Man Thing, because Man Thing is a guardian of one of the portals, the purple portal. Which one is that one?
The Nexus.
The Nexus.
The Nexus.
Okay. So, and I'm hoping we'll see him in Strange, because if you're going to go through that, he should be in there by all rights and means. Cavatina says, will Jim Caviezel be MCU's Jesus the First? Oh my God, fucking Cavatino.
But check this out. Okay. After seeing James Wan go to work on both Swamp Thing and Aquaman, and considering the love and reverence that he obviously has for the material based on those two properties, would you like to see James Wan do a complex Marvel property? And which one?
Ghost Rider.
Yeah, that would be neat. That would be neat.
I'm looking forward to seeing the future of Ghost Rider. Your mama says, who's worse, Harvey Weinstein for abusing his power over women, or for the women for reneging on the deal after the fact? And he says, I'm just kidding, but it's a good question.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's actually a good point to make. A lot of these
Harvey Weinstein is clearly still the bad guy for
yeah.
sexual misconduct, but they're also shitheads for agreeing to do it to get work,
and for covering up after.
Covering up after.
They helped
because they helped create new vacuum for more to be abused. And I go right after, Oscar winners like Glenn Close and what's her name from The French Lieutenant's Woman. They both
or something.
No, American actress Meryl Streep. Thank you.
Oh, Meryl Streep. Okay.
Both of them. So anyway, Monkey Jeebus Inception Loop. Y'all see how they did Ahura. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. I'm just so fucking done with them not even trying anymore. I mean, look what they did. They got an actor to play Pike that kind of reminds you of the original actor, okay? And then they get a beautiful woman who's actually more beautiful than Majel Barrett to play number one. And then they get Peck, who doesn't look anything like Nimoy, to play him, but the family approved of it for some reason. And then they turn right around with Uhura and get this woman that's a squat, fucking ugly person. She's not as gorgeous as Nichelle Nichols. Nowhere fucking close. She's got no neck. Nichelle had a long
Zoe
neck.
Saldana was at least kind
Zoe
of.
Saldana was a better pick than this latest one. It's embarrassing. They should be embarrassed by what they've done.
Are they going to imply that her and Spock are an item in this one too?
Oh, no.
I don't know where they're going with any of this. Look, Kurtzman was involved with the writing of 2009 movie, which is why I still don't like it. A lot of people are like rave about it, and I'm like, I never liked it. Never liked it. Awesome One said he went to Catholic school for 7th grade. That weird time to start liking girls. Yes, but I'll tell you something. Skirts. Catholic school uniform. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
okay.
God, yeah.
My sister went to Catholic school, and most of her friends ended up becoming lesbians. So
I got to tell you, Monkey Jeebus, Alan Moore is also a fucking cunt. I would never in a million years work with somebody like him, because they have too much control over the telling of the story, even visually. And I don't like writers like that demand that control. No comic book artist really likes that, which is why, the strained relationship between the artist and him previously, they had to be willing to do that. And it was really frustrating for him. Nobody wants to put that many panels on a page talking about From Hell. Nobody wants to do that many panels on a page, every fucking page.
Oh, Gary?
It's the money is the reason why they did it.
I got something weird for you. Have you heard about this Batman Phase Clan shit?
Thank you, Awesome One. Thank you for getting my joke. What's that T-shirt?
Have you heard about this Batman Phase Clan shit?
No.
Okay. Apparently, Phase Clan is it's a Twitch streamer clan. I don't know what they stream because I don't keep up with that shit. But I mean, they've got their own G Fuel drink and all this other stuff. Apparently, they have teamed up with DC Comics to appear in Batman now, with Batman as superheroes.
Wow. Okay.
Does DC really reaching to try to get the young audience in now by trying to suck in the gamers?
Yeah.
Well, that's what happens when your product sucks complete and total donkey balls at the moment.
But 52 was New 52 is so good. First thing I ever said to Keith, first thing I ever said to Keith was somebody brought the New 52 over to my table to show me, and Keith was standing there, and so was Dave, actually, a mutual friend of ours. And I looked at that, I flipped through it, and I'm like, oh, this is garbage. This is garbage. No, it's not a very good comic. Thank you, Jeff Johns. Go fuck yourself.
I'd love to stick around, but I got to take off myself. So,
well, we're about to end.
We
we're
are
going to be ending here in a few minutes. I just want to go over one more article.
All right, I'll hang around. I can stick around.
And because I don't want to go more than 2 hours. I got things to do. I'm old. I need to pee.
Yes.
Let's see. There it is.
Gary and I are at the age where it's like we use a bathroom if it's there.
Yep. Back control. Oh, Pops, welcome, man.
Hey, Pops.
Hey, Pops.
Pops. Good to see you.
Batman hates rock and roll. We know that for sure.
Once again, Geekosity article. This one by the other Francisco, Joy Lynn. Zazie Beetz is open to reprising her role as Domino in future Deadpool movies. Of course she is. Every actor is open to getting a paycheck. But the fact is, she was really good. I did not mind the race swapping on this one because they flipped the eye too. It was perfect. I loved it. So with the news about Deadpool 3 in development coming in left and right, Zazie Beetz knows the excitement that is happening. Zazie raved. She's got great cleavage. Anyway, raved about Domino and the fact that she would very much like to come back for the character. However, she also expressed that if production chooses not to include Domino in the third installment of the franchise of the Merc with the Mouth, she would be absolutely fine with that as well. Don't undersell yourself. You should never do that.
You know who is who's a very big fan of Zazie Beetz is my good friend Animane. He loves Zazie Beetz.
So I am so
around.
Yeah,
she was in Joker.
So Zazie Beetz says, I am so excited. I am crossing my fingers, hoping that Domino will be a part of this. And if not, that's also good. But it's just such a great crew, such a great team. I just love Deadpool. I love Domino so much. If it's not this, maybe I'll do my own Domino origin, something like that. I would love to see a Domino film. I would love to do something in that space and face the fear, honestly. So, yeah, I'm excited, but we'll see what happens. And, yeah, I agree. We'll see what happens, Zazie. You sexy machine, you.
You know what these types of articles are? These are basically the person's agent going, hey, you're doing the next one. Hey, remember this person was in it? Please call us.
Yeah, there's always that thing, where people want to get more work. And I don't blame them. Look, people want to get work.
It's part of the hustle. Part of the hustle.
I get poked fun at every once in a while for talking about my comics. But I learned a long time ago, as a salesman and as an artist, freelance artist, I'm always selling. I'm always selling my art. I'm always selling it. And I'd be an idiot if I wasn't. It's dumb not to sell yourself. And I know a lot of people in the chat will joke about it. There's 2 people that do it. And I ignore it because it's like, I know they're just teasing. But the fact is I take a lot of pride in the artwork I do. And I'm proud to be the freelance artist that I am. And I've created some cool ass shit in my career.
You did.
Hey, when I got stuff going on, I'm going to be whoring you out here.
Oh, yeah. I saw this in the other day. This is a good one. I like that one. My favorite. Do I still have it? I do. I got to upload it, though, real quick. Hold on. I made this one myself. I fucking love this one. Here we go. This meme just, when I did it, it tickled me when I wrote it.
Worst heckler ever.
Because he's heckling him. It's what he did. It's legitimately what he did. He bitch slapped him for a joke and then yelled at him. That's called heckling.
True.
And so
I call that assault and battery, but
yeah.
Well, legally it is battery, and I always correct people. Even my friend Gary from Blade Zone, Gary, he wrote on my page, yeah, assault. I said it's battery. It's battery what he did. Assault is verbal assault.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can say physically assault, and then it becomes another reference to battery. But if you just say assault by itself, legally, that just means they yelled a threat at them.
Blade Runner Black Lotus, however, is just assault and battery for the mind.
It is really bad. It really is. And that's why my hopes aren't very high for Ridley Scott's thing. Ridley is doing really well with his... I just forgot the name of it. Raised by Wolves. Yeah. Absolutely, I love that show. I never know where it's going. I'm terrified of it. It's terrifying.
I need to see that second season.
I'm of two minds with it, because on the one hand,
the
some
finale,
really interesting concepts, but on the other, they drag everything out way too long.
Well, it doesn't bother me when you're telling a story about people. This is a story about people. It's not so much science fiction. It's a story about people. And it's a story of human history. Because Ridley seems to be of the mind, because he says it in Prometheus too, that there were builders. That we had builders, and that this world, humans aren't from this planet. We came from elsewhere, and we're seated here. And I'm of that mind as well, because
same.
When you stop and you think about the FOXP2 protein and how much of it ended up in humans, every creature on the planet that had diets similar to humans ate the same stuff. And somehow we got more FOXP2 protein in our body, which is how we have organized thought and speech.
Gary, I'm going to recommend Zechariah Sitchin to you, because you need to read his stuff.
Yeah. Hail all, popping in and out for a while. Batman topic touched a nerve.
Ow.
No.
Sorry, Pops.
No, we love
my question, though, with that, because ultimately doesn't just kick the can down the road, because then who made them? Who made the builders? If the builders made us, who made them?
Well, we don't know, and that's the whole idea of what was the ending of Prometheus, was she was going to go find out. And then we got the second prequel to Alien. And it's like, I was so disappointed with that film.
You know what's really stupid? Apparently the colony he bombed wasn't the engineers. It was some sort of offshoot species, but they don't make that apparent at all.
And it was a pussy move not making it LB427. Obviously, they even gave it a name. LB428 or whatever it was in the movie.
LB426, and more importantly, what they say in the original Alien is that thing had been there for untold millennia. So it's impossible for them to suddenly get another craft and have it just crash there maybe 50
Well, what they're
years
saying in the movie, and what they should have led to, is they should have done it this way, that when the crew, captained by Idris Elba, the only character in the film that had a decent death, when he hits that ship, he should have stopped it, and part of it should have gone off in the atmosphere and crashed on LB427. And that should have been the derelict that is found later.
Mm-hmm.
If they had been smart. But I'm very disappointed, because Ridley is a great director of photography, not a great director. And I get irritated when people call him a great director. He is a great director of photography. He relies completely on having a solid script. And if he doesn't have a good script, you end up with Prometheus. And when he noodles with it, it gets worse. And that's a fact. Historical fact. The more he noodles with the script, the worse the film gets.
It's a completely different mindset, and this is one of the things that I've sort of discovered around. Some people don't have internal monologues. Some people can't abstract in their thoughts, they can't imagine things in color, apparently.
Fat Steven is in the chat right now talking about the streaming this morning, which he had. I watched part of it. It was a lot of fun watching those Supermans. Thanks, Steven. I hope it went well. Basalt, I don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Second season, Raised by Wolves, is so much better and does not drag. I think that that it was as good as season 1, but I felt it was scarier than season 1. And that finale, holy shit. That was
I only
else.
saw the first season. I haven't really been excited enough to
The
see
season finale for stick with it. The finale for season 2 was gut-wrenching and horrifying. Things that are happening on that show, I was suspecting was going to happen, but I didn't know how they were going to pull it off. And I'm excited by the fact when I guess, but I'm not sure. I like that. Because I tend to guess what people are doing on their films too often.
I'm a writer, so I guess a lot. Like I've literally watched an episode of a TV series in the middle. I'd never seen an episode. I told my friends what exactly was going on. I was like, how do you know that? Like, because this. I went off, came back. So what happened? Exactly what you said was going to.
Yeah.
With Raised by Wolves, it looks like they're doing an origin of humanity, kind of like
it is the Eden story. Absolutely.
But Eden mixed with like some Norse mythology, because they have the world, not only the serpent, but it's more like the Norse world serpent, the
Jormungandr.
Well, the serpent also is representative of the serpent in Eden, and they're mixing it in with Norse mythology as well. All mythology is kind of coming into play in this film or show. It's like a long fucking movie. It really is. Each season is this long movie, and I tend to binge them. I like to get like 2 or 3 episodes a night. Just love doing that. Yeah, who made who? Who turned the screw? There you go. The chicken. What was first? The chicken or the egg?
We found AC/DC made humanity so they could make rock and roll.
Now, when you say Alien and Aliens, you get a big thumbs up from me. When you say Prometheus and Covenant, I'm like, I'm not totally down, but I'm like, because there are parts of it I did enjoy.
I'm still upset because Aliens is such an influential movie on a lot of things,
Which
and yet
one?
they've never done an actual follow-up to that. But they'll do this prequel
Which one?
crap for Aliens.
Which one? Shinatsky, I didn't hear you. Which one?
Aliens. Aliens is hugely
the second
influential,
film.
and there's never been any proper continuation in film.
Well, that's what the new film was going to be that Blomkamp wanted to do. And Ridley Scott is the one that nixed it. He intentionally did it. He didn't want it. He doesn't want Cameron getting attention for Alien. He wants all of the attention on what he did. And that's the problem. And that's why we've got such subpar storylines. Didn't like season 1, because there was a fallout with Blade Runner. A lot of people don't know much about this. It's a hubbub stuff we heard from behind the scenes, which is Ridley Scott was going to direct the film, and he didn't. The reason why was because the argument came back up between him and Ford was going to back out because he didn't want a repeat of that horse shit that Ridley pulled in the first film with Deckard not being a human. And this is something that Ford he didn't like it. They fought about it early on. It led to a lot of arguments between them during the original shoot. And it led to fucking drinks. They were drinking while arguing, and they were trying to be friendly about it, but it was clear Ford had a problem with it. Deckard is not a replicant. You destroy the idea of the whole story when you make him that which he seeks.
I agree 100%.
And so, and when you watch 2049, for all of its problems that I had with it, my main problems was it doesn't have the DNA of Blade Runner in it. Yeah, it's got Harrison Ford. It's got the blaster. It has a weird version of spinners that look like economy cars instead of cars. But they changed the layout of the city too much, and the aesthetic in the sets didn't match that of Blade Runner. And the aesthetic should have been closer, so it felt like it was related, that everything was retrofitted. And it didn't feel that way.
My issue.
Gary,
go ahead, T-shirt. And
okay, I'll be quick. I gotta say, Gary, especially after seeing the latest Dune movie, and Blade Runner 2049. Yeah, they were beautiful, but I'm gonna say that Denis Villeneuve, or whatever his name is so far up his own ass. He's so far up his own ass.
He's your typical elitist artist type. I get it. But the fact is we will never get a truer adaptation of Dune in our lifetimes. We never will.
I still think the old one is better, though.
I think it's good. It's not better because it misses too many important
the
plot
Spice
points.
Diver edit is the only way to watch.
I love Spice.
I agree.
I have that.
Yeah.
I have
I've got
that
it.
edit. It's very
so
good. But,
yes, all the stuff yes, if you put all the deleted stuff back into Dune, I'd say the Lynch one
Hey,
probably
Punk
would be
Waddle.
better.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't have it. We have the theatrical version. Sorry, but he gets another movie to like actually tell the whole story. So
He didn't even finish telling it the first time, though. I mean, he left out some key parts in that first film that really pissed me off. For example,
well,
he had,
are you talking about
Dune, not the Villeneuve
first
film.
1984 version? Well,
I want the dinner too, but
talk about the new one.
The dinner scene.
Oh, the new one. Okay. Well, there's stuff left out, but we finally got a proper handling of Ivan. Not Ivan. What's his name? His best friend.
Idaho.
Duncan Idaho.
Woo-hoo!
Because Duncan Idaho was mishandled in '84. He was mishandled in the miniseries, and finally we got the Duncan Idaho from the book, and he's one of my favorite characters. And to finally have him done correctly made me as giddy as a schoolgirl as was said in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Giddy
Well,
as
the
a
part
schoolgirl.
I think is absolutely unforgivable is the fact that Paul does not recite the litany against fear while he's got his hand in the box. That is absolutely 100% unforgivable by me. I will not forgive for leaving that out. And I know people say, well, Jessica was saying it under her breath and think, I'm like, yeah, you couldn't hear shit. I'm sorry. He's the one who's supposed to be reciting that. That is a key moment in the series. And it's like,
One of the problems with that particular scene is, in essence, it's in the inner monologue. And this is one of the things that's hard part of adapting.
How do you adapt inner monologue? I know. You can do it through narration or by having the character say it to themselves out loud. This is Nurse Chapel.
Ew.
What the fuck did they do to her?
She looks woke as fuck.
Yeah, she looks like she had her hair bleached back to blonde from being super duper blue. Yeah, that's just shitty looking. That is not Nurse Chapel.
Ew.
But going back to 2049, my problem with 2049 is it's too open and too clean.
Giddy. It's with D's. Giddy. Not Gitty or Getty. It's Giddy.
Giddy.
But I got your fucking joke, Soul Assassin.
Also, just like the scene when he's actually outside, there's no crowding. Like you should not be able to see the fucking walls of people. Should be blocking everything.
Yes.
Yeah. So look, I got to wrap up the show. It's the end.
Yeah.
Old guys need to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I don't too.
Thanks for inviting me, guys.
I'm glad you showed up,
Gary.
Yeah, good.
Or at least your computer tower did.
Yeah.
No
One
problem.
last thing, Gary. One last thing. Given you run the Blade Runner fan club, you maybe should try to get Razor Fist because he's like a Blade Runner maniac.
Someone needs to do an introduction. Otherwise, I would, but I don't know him. I just know his show. Do an introduction if you know him. Introduce me, and I will talk to him and say, "Hey, come on the show." But with that said, I want to thank every fucking person here. Great show. This was the kind of stream I like. I like doing where things function and don't go off the rails too much. Good discussion, great subjects, and a great panel and a great chat. I can't ask for much better than that. Deadman Watkins here. What's up, buddy? We're getting ready to end.
Man.
Mark D with a C. Yeah, we got to go, guys. It's the end of the show. But I want to thank everybody showing. Hey, guys, if you want to see what we talked about, just rewind it and watch the whole show over again, and then pretend we're talking about you, like you're in, like you're part of the show, because we love you guys, and we do. But that's the end of it, and I need to do this. Get off our lawns.
Hey, guys. Thanks for watching Pop Culture Minefield. If you've enjoyed the show, please remember to like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Remember, you can find us at Pop Culture Minefield on both Facebook and Instagram.
Thank you again.
Tech.
We're also on Twitter, and we have a website, popcultureminefield.com.